in listening to the city manager and Commissioner Popelski, thank you for your wisdom on some of the requests by the Kessler. I think that I've really been treated unfairly because I'm named in a report where I am not able to defend myself by saying I did not do that. But yet my name has gone to HUD and to the Attorney General and all these people. I don't know, and I respect you, Andy, and I respect all law enforcement agencies. But I have never seen a time when you were accused in a public report that you could not respond and let this man prove what he saw or what he got. He's got innuendos in there. He's got things that's not right in there. And the people is having a fit because I can't talk to them. I'm telling them, I can't talk to you. And everybody's concerned because their reputation is on the line. And there's a lot of untruths in that report. Now, something needs to be done, Mr. City Attorney, where you can free us up to either talk or let me know whether I need to get an attorney or what I need to do, because I am not going to sit and let that man and the other folk that want to degrade my character. I am sick of defamation.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt. The commissioners have their lights on.
Well, go ahead, JF.
You got to tell me what you're going to do for me.
Well, as to your retaining a lawyer, that certainly is your own choice. I would not.
But the city has to pay for my lawyer if it's in reference to it.
But what I would.
Oh yes, you better go back to your records. You better go back.
Andy, please. Andy has the floor.
If I could. But now I think the commission made a decision that they thought it best not to be making comments on it based upon the fact that there may be investigations. However, the commission no one on this commission can, and I would not suggest that anyone that the commission try to stop you from commenting on speaking on an item that you felt that you needed to speak on. Whether you seek to talk to counsel before you do that is not, and that's always a wise thing to do. But you are not prohibited from commenting on it.
Okay, thank you.
And I want to make that clear.
You.
Yeah, I want to make that clear. You're not prohibited from commenting.
I will follow you.
On commenting or not? Well, that's okay. As long as that's
Commissioner Dance.
Mayor, you didn't give me the
Still on?
Yeah, I just let me finish.
Okay.
On the now, did I understand you correct, Mr. City Manager, when you say you were not recommending? No, somebody said purchasing the housing authority. I thought the housing authority was an autonomous board with their own commissioners, and all they have to do is give us a report.
Well,
through the mayor.
If I speak, they are autonomous, and the issue of autonomy could pose some issues with regard to doing an audit, because it certainly would not be an internal audit. So there could be some problems with that. Could be some conflicts with that. However, they are an agency that's subject to the public records law. So I would imagine almost all the documents that would be auditable or needed for an audit would be public records. So we could handle it that way if we did not get voluntary cooperation. But you are correct. That's a little different situation. I'm thinking that through the public records law, if we didn't get cooperation, it is most likely that we could get everything that we needed. But that would be something.
Well, take care of them for me.
All right, well, I get go on, Commissioner Dance. All right.
Well, we've had so much cooperation with the public records law already with the ones we've been dealing with. I can't imagine us having any more problems. I think that's a really narrow-minded statement, quite frankly. But I think, well, I believe that the commissioner or any of us should have the ability to talk to some extent about this. I don't think we should have the ability to address city staff, and that is what I am more concerned about. I am very concerned about that, because already after it was stated at the meeting when this came out not to do that, we had an email come in that directed a city staff member to go to a location and take pictures of paint cans somewhere.
Call my name. I did it.
Okay, you did it.
Call
You told
my
me
name,
not to
say
call your name,
Commissioner
wasn't allowed.
Poitier.
Commissioner Poitier sent in an email that said,
right.
please send Peter Parkin down here to the Business Skills Center or whatever it was
Yeah.
to take pictures of some paint cans that were in a closet and wanted to know how they got there.
Yes.
I'm dying to know how they got there, quite frankly, but I don't think it's right that we should be addressing city staff that way. I think it's very dangerous.
Yeah, Commissioner Gant, and you are correct in pointing that. I was referring to public statements and things of that sort.
And you stopped me from getting the pictures, too. Let him know you took care of that right away.
Well, yeah, yeah. But, I was speaking about your ability to make public statements. Certainly,
Yeah.
matters involving staff is separated. And
Okay, good. I like that
I
separated.
wasn't clear, and I apologize.
Yeah.
As far as the actual next step of the audit, I agree. It should be the Housing Authority, the Building Division, and the purchasing when it comes to all this, because I think it's still encompassed, and I think that's what's there. But I am not opposed to what Commissioner Miller's saying for Founders Day, Brazilian Fest, and Mango Festival, to go looking at it. The amount of money is considering the amount of money to look into it compared to the amount of money that they have received in the past, and considering that they continue to receive money going forward, justifies, in my mind, looking at it. So I think it should be looked at. There's been, you talk about hints and allegations and innuendo. I think all three of those festivals have had certainly all sorts of allegations made at them. Air it out, come clean, everybody sees it, it puts it to rest, people can walk around with their head held high, and we can move forward. So I am for looking into those three festivals. I think it's justified. So I am for carrying it forward. The other thing, the thing that I'm concerned, you talk about taking action, and Commissioner Popelski brings up he doesn't want to see this die. He wants to know where this is going to. I do too, and I am concerned, and we're all probably hearing it. What I am concerned with now is that we have people that are mentioned in this report that serve on boards for this city. And my big concern is that now that's going to be a distraction to these boards. So it's my recommendation right now is that we remove the people that are associated with this report who serve on boards, to go ahead and remove them to make sure we're not creating a distraction for anyone else that are on these boards. The other thing that we need, and I'm aware that at least one of the boards, that there's a civil service thing that we need to work on, so we need to start the process to look into that, whether it's warranted or justified to move forward with that, Andy. But I think we need to right now take action to, at this point, remove the people that are mentioned in this report from the advisory boards that they serve on for the city.
All right, I'm going to let Vice Mayor speak, and then
I'd like to take that up separately. We're still talking about the three, the city manager, and then the three I recommended. Marty, at first, my initial reaction was pretty much the way you articulated your reaction. And that was my gut. I said, boy, Kessler gave us so much, stacks of books and big, thick report. I said, let's deal with this. But as I gave it more thought, I thought, let's complete the project. This commission go on record during these tight economic times that we can be as transparent as possible. We are the stewards of the taxpayers' money, and that we want everything, any money that comes through here, goes to anybody, that there should be an opportunity to clear their names, everything out in the open. I don't care what happened in past commissions, but we need to move on forward. There's been some concern of past poor record keeping and such. People need to know in this city, if they're going to take money for any good works project, they need to know that there's accountability, there's records to be kept, just like we have to do in business. Anybody, nonprofit or not. So I'm for completing it. When I saw it only cost $3,000 per thing, 9 total, that's minuscule for the amount of money we've given them over the years. Let's clear the decks. Let's help these people with their reputation. Anybody that's been accused, they should be able to clear their name, let the investigation pursue. The law enforcement officers will see if there's any case to be made or not, and let them have an opportunity to clear the case. As of now, we don't pursue it while Kessler is on a roll. We're sitting there with people still having a clouded reputation. So I'd say clear the decks, get the investigation, keep him employed, and for us moving forward during these tight economic times, this is a prudent investment. This is an expense. This is an investment in purity, in transparency, and in good stewardship. So I say, do all of them and move forward.